What podcast are you listening to?
You don't even know.
Hello, everyone.
Hello again.
Welcome to the Thanksgiving Bethel.
Happy holidays.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy food. We have entered
Thanksgiving.
a new era
Guys,
of broadcast.
it's finally here.
It is here.
We said this day would come all this time, and now it finally came.
We have entered the era of post-Netflix world.
That's so weird.
Wait, oh my gosh, let me get you a quick
It
stock
won't-
check on Netflix.
So it won't. That's funny.
And just watch it fall off a cliff.
It
Yeah,
won't
'cause-
be generically called Netflixing anymore. I don't.
It's just-
Disney Plusing isn't really great
Want
either.
Disney
but-
Plus
I think
and chill.
Yeah, there needs to be like a new,
Yeah.
a new hot
Plus and
lingo.
You want to stream? You want to?
Let's see, where's
wanna
Netflix?
stream with me?
So Disney Plus dropped like a week ago.
You want to? You want to peacock and
I'll
chill?
be honest, little surprised right now. In the past week,
Yeah.
Netflix is up 2.5%.
Okay. Wow. Good for Netflix. Okay.
So I don't know what they're spinning
Well,
to try to like
Nickelodeon just went on there.
stay afloat. Oh, Nickelodeon just bought on.
They-
That's
they
kind
the
of a big
anti-Disney
Yeah.
is like, SpongeBob went to Netflix.
deal. Yeah,
Is
They're
there-
trying.
and
mean-
Paw Patrol. I mean, guys,
Paw
Paw
Patrol.
Patrol.
It is on there.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's Nickelodeon, so
Oh, okay.
What's Paw Patrol?
Nickelodeon.
It's baby shows.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol. Whenever you're in trouble, Paw Patrol, Paw
Paw
Patrol.
Patrol.
Is
I
this-
have 2 kids.
Oh.
I think that's how the song goes. Because there's Marshall and Chase and Sky and Zuma and
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember the rest.
How
Rubble. Of course, Rubble's the best one. He's cool. He's like a really stocky. He does the dump trucks and stuff.
how much infantile programming have you had to sit through?
Oh, too much. But for me, Blippi still takes the cake. You can't beat Blippi.
He's the best.
I enjoy watching Blippi.
You watch you sit down and you're like, oh,
every
good, Blippi.
time Blippi drops a new track, I sit and I actually watch it with my children.
You're like, take me on
It's
this
not
adventure,
just like
Blippi.
on in the background. It is. I'm like, ooh yeah, new Blippi play, and I sit and watch this. Also, my children. Like I
I was
love
more excited
Blippi.
than his child to watch.
Second
Blippi.
place, Dude Perfect for sure.
That's a child's show now.
Yeah, Dude Perfect
Is that a children's show now?
I have literally watched, including the new one that dropped today, every episode of Dude Perfect.
all of the episodes.
Everyone. I've seen it. All of them.
You are a completionist.
Yeah.
So was it originally not for children and now it is?
It was originally just for teenagers.
Well,
to just,
to be fair, it's not officially for children. They don't dance around and do silly kid things, but my children really enjoy Trick Shot Show.
Okay. And it's just, does your kid immediately pick up something hard and throw it like into a
and then
thing
go,
and call it a trick shot?
Typically towards the TV, yes.
Okay. He usually throws a thing towards Dude Perfect, and it's usually something rectangular and hard.
Well, typically his favorite trick shot is water bottle flipping.
Obviously,
of
the water
3
bottle
years
flipping.
ago, when the youth would take a water bottle and do like a little flick toss, and it would do a flip and then land. That's
He's
his
still
favorite
there.
move. Yeah,
And that was basically big when he was born.
it was.
he's-
super hot when he was a baby.
And he hasn't left it.
No, it's been his jam. since
He'll
day
be
one.
16. He'll go up to a girl that he likes. He'll be like, hey. And then he'll just like flip a water bottle onto the table next to her. And
He'll just
be
he'll have his
"What
fingers
have
loaded
you?"
up with like 3 in each hand and just flick them simultaneously. And
of
all
them
6 will land one at a time. Bum, 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 bum.
will you go to prom with me in water bottles?
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny.
And she'll say, oh my gosh, yes, please.
How could I say no to that?
Yeah, I want to have your babies because he threw
He
water
did
bottles.
water bottle tricks.
Yes, so that'll be his.
I
gig
too
forever.
was born in 2016 when that was popular.
Oh my gosh, there's going to be kids that were born in 2016.
There already is. 2016's over, so everyone that was born in that year
Is here now.
is one.
No,
yeah,
there's going to
they-
be teenagers that were born that year.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
there's going to be kids that
Yeah.
think that have never heard of iTunes.
Yep. When I was serving in the junior high room at church the other day, and they're having an event coming up where they said they were gonna like have it like a movie night, and they were watching Chronicles of Narnia, and then he was like, "Hang on, I think this came out before most of you were born," and it was true. He had he announced the date that it came out, and had them raise their hand if they were before that, and like half the room was born before that.
That's so strange.
After. Sorry, after. I was
that
like,
was the gig. Was that it was after?
Oh my gosh, I am the oldest person in the world.
When did
right
it come
now.
out?
I don't remember.
Just
I could Google
2003
it,
or
but
something
I can't be bothered
ridiculous.
right now. Okay, fine, I'll check.
Yeah, 2000, because we're in 2019.
It was like 2006, I think.
Yeah.
I think Chronicles of Narnia was 2006.
Because they're junior hires, so it'd be 13, 14. Or 12, 13, 14 sometimes.
All right, what's your vote? Final
2006.
Final bets?
2005.
5 and 6. All right, here we go. 2005.
Doggone
Bing, bing.
it.
Jordan wins.
All right. But did you
You're trash.
did you know on speaking of Disney Plus, before we jump into the big Disney Plus item, did you know that George Lucas changed episode 4 again before its release on Disney Plus?
Really?
I did not.
Why? What did he change?
He, in the discussion with Han Solo and Greedo, yet again, for the 9 millionth time.
Oh, they changed that again?
The Han shoots first scene, because everybody was like, well, obviously Han should shoot first because the whole scene is him unbuckling his gun to shoot first to show that he's a scoundrel, but to give him a growth arc. So in the new film, they have Han and Greedo shoot at the same time.
Ah, gosh.
They just won't go back to the original the way it was, and then they have they give a translation to the word that Greedo yells in Alien. So they give a subtitle to a word and they make them shoot at the same time.
What's
instead of just
subtitle?
Instead of just leaving it, he says like Chochaka or some alien
I know,
word.
but what is? Do they just put that there on the subtitle? They don't give a translation though.
No.
Okay,
They just like spell out Chochaka.
Yep.
that's weird.
That seems weird.
And then they shoot at the same time, and that's the change to. But so we get George
Why
Lucas's
wouldn't
messed
Greedo
up.
hit? Like, why wouldn't he hit if he shot first?
They shoot
Because
simultaneously.
I know, but like
So he missed.
the reason he missed is because he just got shot and he like twitched a little bit. But if they're shooting at the same time, like you think he would hit too.
Well, same with the newer or the older movies. He shot first.
All I'm saying.
Han didn't get shot because he shot first, and no bullet was ever shot at him because he's an awful person at the beginning of the movie.
That's
I mean,
why I like him so much.
just leave it alone. And that, but the on the plus side, we get the original movies in 4K Ultra HD.
That's cool.
They have George Lucas's evil touches on them, but they're still in 4K Ultra HD with Dolby Atmos. So I mean, you know, there's some good and some bad.
We can't have everything we want.
It's true. And they did ruin a lot of the Simpsons content.
Thank you, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
What
which
happened?
they've now fixed.
Oh, they fixed it? They fixed the aspect ratio?
After massive fan outrage.
Oh, yeah.
For releasing all the first 9. How many seasons is there? 30. How many
Yeah.
of them are 4:3 aspect ratio? 19.
Yeah.
Goodness. And they smashed them?
They released them in 16:9, so they just stretched it. So you missed the
geez.
top and the bottom of the show, and you just missed so many good jokes because of it.
Oh, geez.
They just mutilate the show. And then this week they were like, so we've noticed that some fans don't appreciate us just butchering 19 seasons of a show that they love when there isn't even a window on Disney Plus. Like you say, they have the little clicky buttons for the major archetypes. They have like a Pixar and a Nat Geo and a Disney. And then there's no button that you could push to get to The Simpsons or like Sound of Music, right? Like Sound of Music is on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But is it a Disney movie? No, it's Fox. So there's nothing you could push in their big giant buttons. They don't put a Fox button there. But of course, they just put these things in here as like content fodder. You could go, ooh, let's go watch The Sound of Music, but it doesn't belong. They don't
not
even
really
give it a
Disney.
home.
That's
How
fine.
dare you not give the
There's
Fox
so much.
content
There
a
was
home?
so much on Netflix that you had to search for.
It's true. There's just too much. You can't have a button for everything.
Yeah,
Have a Fox button, for goodness sakes.
that's true. If everyone knows you bought them,
You have a Pixar button. Put a Fox button.
but they're leaving that on Hulu, which they're still making money on, because people are still buying Hulu.
Well, I mean, think about it. If they let's say they make another Marvel movie that's Deadpool, they're not going to put that on Disney Plus.
Where would they put it? Hulu.
On Hulu.
Okay, yeah,
Because you're not going to have a Deadpool movie on Disney Plus.
that's true.
ever.
Unless they change
Why?
Deadpool.
Because Deadpool is not going to be PG-13, unlike the other Marvel movies
Is there no rated R movies on Disney Plus?
at all.
Wow.
None?
And never will there be.
Who said?
I don't
Kind
know.
of makes sense.
But Disney Plus is supposed to be somewhere you could park your kids in front of. Like,
But they also have a kids mode you can turn on that like strips out any of the top end.
any of the PG-13-ish
Yeah.
kind of
Nice.
stuff. But even, like, I don't even think Disney themselves, Disney bought Miramax in the 90s so that they could produce R-rated content. Whereas if you look at the actual Disney catalog, things that are branded Disney, you can't find any rated R anything. Nothing.
True.
Really?
Yeah, their entire brand
That's a great brand.
is family friendly.
Yeah.
So there's going to be Marvel movies that will not be on that platform.
Well, how many people go to Disneyland for Halloween versus how many people go to Universal or any other?
There you have it.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think
it's
more
just-
people go to Disneyland probably.
Yeah, and that's the brand. They made a brand that's happy and family friendly.
So I mean, it's been a great little release date. Like for instance, the first thing I did when I got on Disney Plus, 90s X-Men cartoon.
And Josiah did. What do you do? What is your
the-
nostalgia Disney Plus?
Me and my son watched the old Mighty Ducks cartoon
Oh yeah,
where the Mighty Ducks were hockey players that were actual ducks that were also superheroes.
there were also
great.
aliens. There were aliens.
Yes.
That's great.
and it was
What's the other? What's
Sort
some,
of
like
the best.
prime other '90s content?
okay. Darkwing Duck, Rescue Rangers, Tailspin.
Is this
Timon and
Is this
Pumbaa.
all on Disney Plus?
Yes.
Wow, they have so much.
Quack Pack.
Quack Pack.
Quack Pack is the Donald and his nephews. That was late Disney afternoon.
Oh, I remember Donald and his nephews. Yeah.
DuckTales. Did I say Timon and Pumbaa?
Yes.
Like there's just jeez.
And plus all the movies everyone's ever seen.
But there's already some that have like a expiration date that are actually going back. Like the
they
Princess and the Frog is actually set to expire in 2019.
Because they always had the Disney Vault.
The Disney Vault.
They would put stuff away.
The Adventures of Tom and Huck is going away 2019.
I don't remember that one.
So it had Jonathan Taylor Thomas as Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, there's already some movies that are going to cycle out. So
I do appreciate Disney's cycle.
it's okay. They just don't have so much content that I'm like, but if you're taking stuff away,
But they've always had the Vault.
Yeah, but they don't have. You have a streaming service now.
this is the vault. We're inside of it.
You don't have
Oh, that's a good
enough
point.
content to
be
have a streaming
picky.
service and not fill it with everything. Like you're not Netflix, who has
Everything.
so much that they can
Or
they
formally.
can afford to have a cycle that you don't even notice because there's always like new stuff you
Is
can
there really
discover.
not that much on there?
There's not.
There
so
really isn't
much.
like a ton. I mean, it's everything Disney, but that's not a ton of movies.
But
when
there's
you compare
Fox
it to,
too, and there's
Yeah,
But I mean, once you get outside, the Disney movies since Snow White, there's like 45 of them, or some, like it's not a big number.
yeah.
And then you have the Disney, like you have Little Mermaid 2 and Beauty and the Beast 2, like the awful direct to VHS sequels are there. I mean,
Yeah.
So you have a lot of bad, and I don't even think the Aladdin TV show is on
Really?
the platform.
I didn't see it.
Oh, geez. Gosh, there's even some stuff that flat isn't there still.
They're just not willing.
And they're
still
It
converting.
did on Tuesday when it launched. It had 500 movies. Or
Really?
nearly 500.
How many total? Like, how many programs total?
Like including
TV shows and movies together.
about 7,500 episodes of TV. So 8,000
Things. Oh, geez.
But that's episodes. And if a season is 26.
No,
Yeah.
wait.
That's episodes, not television shows.
Yes. No, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just making sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So that's their total content is only 8,000. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah. Like I said, you don't have enough to be cycling things out.
No, man.
Especially already. Like, you need everybody to just fall in love with this thing.
So here's what I'm thinking.
But is it wait. Is it like Chick-fil-A on Sundays? Where it's going to be this, Princess the Frog is back. I haven't seen. It's a way for them to advertise. It's a way for them to go and, hey, we're bringing this back. You should pick this up again. Remember this?
Okay, but
Remember?
if bringing it back is an advertisement, then taking it away is a de-advertise. Where it's like, hey, we took away the thing you liked.
No, that's kind of disappearing. You don't talk about
and
it.
It's gone.
They-
I know, but
they
the
push.
users will talk about it because Twitter's a thing.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Because the internet is so hot right now.
So the big thing, the big thing right now,
Really,
genuinely, the killer app.
the only reason to have Disney Plus
Today.
right now, if you don't have it right now, go get it and watch this show,
The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian, 100%. So good.
This is Disney Plus Bay right now.
They've been pushing this way more than their new movie.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Rightfully so, because it is real good.
I would call
Also,
The
P.S.
Mandalorian
massive super spoilers.
Yeah. P.S. Just come to my house and watch The Mandalorian, then turn this episode back on starting right now,
Because we're going to spoil it?
and then we're going to all watch.
Also, Jordan hasn't seen it, so he's just going to get the whole thing spoiled for him.
Jordan is going to learn right now what all the rest of you should just go.
So
We'll watch it together.
So I feel like we should clear up some obvious questions that I see like everyone always has as they watch this show.
Okay.
When was it set? When is
5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, which is episode number
6.
Okay. Because in episode 1 of The Mandalorian, they reference a couple times how the Empire has just fallen.
Just fallen.
Which the Empire was the bad guys in 4, 5, and 6.
Absolutely.
So it is right after 4, 5, and 6. Okay, cool. Cleared up. At the end of episode 1,
yes.
Mandalorian episode.
Spoiler!
Huge spoilers again.
Leave now.
A tiny baby Yoda-looking creature is revealed. Who, in your opinion, obviously we don't know this part yet.
Oh, this isn't an opinion at all. I'm going to lay down some facts.
Well, I mean, go ahead, try, but we officially don't know anything yet.
Go ahead.
It's all speculation. So who or what do you think it is?
Okay, so I will tell you about the Yoda baby.
Okay.
And
Keep it short because I have more questions.
and hear why.
Okay.
So when he gets sent on his mission on his retrieval arc, you know the main character is a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
His bounty is a person. He walks in and sees this old man sitting in a chair. They're like, "We have a super secret bounty for you," and he goes in, meets an old man who's Werner Herzog, who's one of the most famous directors of all time, and he's in the twilight years of his career, so he's doing TV shows on Disney Plus, and he's like, "Hey, I have this bounty for you." And he's like, "Give me the name." And he's like, "Well, I'm just going to give you the little tracker and his age. His age is 50 years. And then he pops open the cell and it's a baby, but it's a Yoda baby, but he's 50 years old. And he's like, "Oh my gosh." And so that's the big giant, like, "Oh my gosh." So there's during his conversation with the old man, a scientist bursts in and he's like, "Wait, I need you to bring the baby back alive." And he's like, "Look, if it all goes south, you got to kill it." Well, the old 50-year-old. So the scientist that's very interested in the bounty being alive has the insignia, a patch on his jacket from the people that clone everything.
The cloning planet.
The cloning planet.
Yeah, that like wave planet.
The Boba Fett
with the Talnek people.
the Talnek people.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's working with the Talnek people, and they've produced this Yoda baby.
Mm-hmm.
And
How?
George Lucas has always been incredibly secretive about where does Yoda come from. Ever since like the 1970s, there people have said, where did Yoda come? 1970s, 1980s, when people actually saw Yoda. But there's never really been like a race of Yodi that we've seen.
As far
just
as I know,
in the
we've
wild.
only seen 2 Yodis.
That's true. There's Yaddle and there's Yoda.
Yeah.
And that's all. And both of them were a century old when we meet them.
Mm-hmm.
And since there has never, ever, ever been any sign of this whole planet of things. And my question is for their scarcity and their frequent natural gifts.
Well, yeah, because so far, 100% of them have force powers.
So what I'm going to believe is that all Yodas are made in a bottle.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to say that 100%, and that's why they're so few in number, because everything else, like, that people are pretty capable of copulating and producing more people, or like Wookiees, which
Maybe it's like what's the dogs that can't like procreate themselves?
What?
There's the little pit bulls. Is it pit bulls? I think it's pit bulls or something along those lines where they can't actually breed with each other.
What?
So we have to like inseminate them.
What?
Do you think it's like that?
Like a Chihuahua and a Mastiff trying to make a baby?
No,
Or-
I've never
it's-
seen a dog not be able to procreate.
'Cause
No,
I-
it's
I-
actually I forget what
I've seen lots of dogs procreate. Like there was 2
No,
dogs
okay,
procreating like in the
yeah.
on the
No. So it's do you think it's something like that where they can't and they need assistance?
Well, Justin's submitting that Yoda, what's the chick's name? Yaddle, and this new baby are all either clones of something or just something that was derived in a lab and grown in a bottle. And
Yeah.
because
like a Matrix baby.
if you have the wills of the Force that are the microscopic entities, or the
midichlorians.
midichlorians are actually the we'll say the inflection point or the the mouthpiece with which the wills communicate with our universe. So there are
Is that what that
basically
is?
the wills. The title of Star Wars was originally the Journal of the Wills, and they're basically just like godlike beings that are like made of the Force. And the midichlorians
So they're
are
like
how
Titans.
how they communicate with our universe is through midichlorians, and the midichlorians interact with our cells.
And that's how we read them, is putting cells in a bottle and then putting the bottle next to them and then seeing how it reacts.
Basically.
Like seeing like, oh, that went crazy.
So the midichlorians are, in theory, microscopic things that you could toy with.
Yeah.
So if there were cells that were midichlorian rich and you just used them, you just incubated them and put them in a little, tank and let it grow, and it makes a Yoda every time, then all of a sudden that would be like the most valuable asset on the planet. So I don't know if they're going to spin it like they actually stole Yoda's genes and cloned him, which
That's my guess, to be honest.
that's the more pedestrian answer.
I think that's where they're headed. I think that is a Yoda clone that he wants back because they're like planning on making a Yoda army.
Luke probably said, "This is the swamp I was at." You could go get some Yoda, droppings in there.
I know it wouldn't be as exciting, but that's what I think.
Sure.
I don't want it, but that's what I think.
What would your other theory be?
Well, just that all Yodases are just grown from midichlorian rich cells. Like none of them are natural births. They're all test tube babies. That because if you look at the cloning of the various life forms and everything that they were doing, like we've seen clones of just about everything now.
Yeah.
Everything is a clone. And even in the expanded universe, everybody who hates the episode 9 spoilers that indicate cloning happening for certain people, we've seen clones of people all over the place, even in the books before Disney took over. I mean, this is just a thing that happens.
Star Wars has cloning.
A lot.
It's fine.
So it's probably going to be Yoda's clone, honestly. It would immediately explain the scarcity of the species because the species isn't.
What happened to Yaddle?
Yaddle?
Yeah, Yaddle.
She probably just died in Order 66 at the end of episode 3.
Okay.
Because you have Ashoka Tano, who the man that's behind the making of The Mandalorian is the same guy that made the Clone Wars, which is also on Disney Plus, which if somebody wants like good Star Wars, then they should probably go watch the Clone Wars.
That's what I've heard is that's the best Star Wars out there.
So what they're introducing is they're leading up to an episode where they could release. There's a character, a female Jedi in the Clone Wars named Ahsoka Tano that's a huge fan favorite that is just a great character that just happens to be female.
Not the movie, The Clone Wars, the series, right?
Yes, there's
Justin's
a
being
animated
genuine when he
series.
says-
No, I know.
Okay.
And it's called The Clone Wars.
Yes. No, I was just making sure she wasn't in The Clone Wars, the movie.
And the man that is the creative genius behind The Clone Wars, Dave Filoni, is also working with Jon Favreau on The Mandalorian. And The Mandalorian, on top of the Baby Yoda mystery, there's the Mandalorian culture itself is kind of bathed in mystique around the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Like, people ask because the Mandalorian is dressed like Boba Fett. And so the question came up, is this movie about Boba Fett? Like, is the Mandalorian Boba Fett?
No.
And they basically come out and said that not only is this not Boba Fett, but Boba Fett was not a Mandalorian. He just wore the armor.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because the Mandalorian is like a cult, kind of.
The Mandalorians.
Yeah. Or no, wait, never mind. Is that not true? I think I read that wasn't Mandalorian like a planet?
There is a planet Mandalore.
And it was like a race?
And they were definitely like purged and expunged, and they're not very popular.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have some difficulties.
But they do have some special metal
They do have special metal.
called Beskar.
They have Beskar steel,
Yeah.
which is so special that it could absorb a direct hit from a blaster and a glancing blow or a slice, but not a stab from a lightsaber, which I'm sitting there on Wikipedia hating it.
Is that something called Wikipedia?
Yes?
Like that's the
Like
Star
a
Wars?
Wookiee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
It's a
funny.
Wikipedia.
Okay, I like that.
And I'm a little I was incredulous because it was like, well, this is so special that you could like swing at it like you could slash it but not stab. And I'm like, come on. Like, do Jedis have to be able to overcome everything with their big dumb magic sword? And I was like, technically the lightsaber is a big giant plasma jet shooting forward. So I'm pretty sure if there was a deadly end, and that would be like why the two lightsabers get locked up, because all of the energy coming out of it is both of them, like as soon as they touch, both of them are going up and like
Yep.
pulling. It's an actual jet of fuel.
Yeah.
So to say that the pointy end is
the business end.
yeah, where just like it's basically a blowtorch where if you touch the side of it, it's going to be less hot than the actual gosh darn tip where all this energy is being directed.
Like they were opening the doors in episode 1 with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, that I was like, all right. So you have the Beskar steel, and the Mandalorian has a Beskar helmet, which is like super special awesome, and you could just shoot him in the face and he just kind of shrugs it off. And for his trip to Baby Yoda, they give him a new block of steel that he makes another little piece of armor, so you could bet that his big giant Goku Super Saiyan arc is going to be to complete his set of Beskar steel armor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the inevitable growth arc of this character as he gets perpetually more invulnerable. But I do like seeing him get beat up and not be invulnerable in these initial episodes.
He does have a weakness to animals. So far, the only thing that has beat him up is the first animal and then the second animal.
Man, the little demon babies beat him up too.
Who?
The Jawas.
When did they beat? Oh, they shot him with like zappy
Basically,
guns.
in episode 2,
The little
a bunch of Jawa demon
the little
babies.
trash truck guys.
Yeah, the trash truck guys. So here's my issue with the internet is the internet was saying that he uses a disintegration gun to kill the Jawas. So what happens, Jordan? He lands on a planet and then to go get the Yoda.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to his ship and the Jawas stripped it.
Yeah.
Like it's basically like up on cinder blocks and they're rolling away as tires and
That's
everything.
hilarious.
Yeah. So it's just like just a frame and then like a cockpit and then like nothing.
Like a thank you card.
Yeah, basically. It no had your name on it. So he goes out and he's like, dude, I'm going to kill these little Jawas because it did have my name on it.
Yeah.
And so he gets out his sniper rifle and he starts like picking them off and they just go up in a puff of smoke. He's like, okay, via con Dios, Jawa. And he's like, pew, and you just see this little like, and then they just explode in like a little piff of mummy smoke. And then their two little like Christmas light
Like
eyeballs
eyes?
fall to the ground
Really?
with their coat empty.
That's hilarious.
And they're like, see, he disintegrated. That's why Lord Vader in Empire Strikes Back said no disintegrations. And I'm like, no, because the Imperial Stormtroopers they slaughtered the Jawas in episode 4 when Luke was gone with Ben. And then they come back and they're like, oh no, if they slaughtered Jawas, then that would lead them home. And then he sees the burned skeleton of Owen or Brew or whoever.
Yeah.
But all those Jawas, like you see 3PO carrying like scorched coats because when you shoot them with a laser beam cannon, they just piff and die and go to the Jawa afterlife, which is just scraps of metal and angry droids everywhere.
What are
Jawas are just eyeballs.
Yeah.
So what are Jawas?
They're just eyeballs and coats. And when you hurt them, the coat loses its power and the eyeballs drop to the floor.
Pretty much.
I mean, the reason there's not a lot of corporeal mass to this thing because it just pops. I mean, it's like the Oogie Boogie Man from Nightmare
So
Before
anyway, he
Christmas.
shoots a couple of them, and then they start running off in their trash truck.
So
And
they get
he chases them.
Is it like, did they make this trash truck go fast in this episode?
Yeah,
No.
it was quick enough that he had to run.
Oh, okay.
But he's able to catch it on foot.
Okay.
And then he like climbs up the side and they try to shoot him. And then he gets all the way to the top. Finally, he stands up and there's like 8 of them up there with little like blasters. And they're all like, boo! And they all shoot him and he goes like flying off.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So he again, what makes and again, this is the Stony Tark. Is it the Iron Man challenge?
Stony Tark.
Is he's not just this big, giant, invulnerable protagonist.
Uh-huh.
We actually see him have to fight for victory at these points. So
I do like the TV show because it allows time for these like little mini series.
steps of growth.
Yes.
So he definitely gets his butt handed to him more than once. And the other thing, you know what I will say about Jawas that the movie is indicating indirectly.
Which movie?
Is
the TV show?
The TV show
Okay.
is indicating this about Jawas. We can infer this by proxy. Proximal data will infer this.
Okay.
Is that on different planets we see humans living in different habitable, like in the Cloud City where Lando was, they live in big giant Jetson,
Needles.
totem pole needles.
Yeah.
And over on Coruscant, they're living in big giant Corinthian style buildings and so but they definitely have different lifestyles on different planets.
Yes, of course.
Whereas Jawas on Tatooine have a big giant sandcrawler, and Jawas on I read the stupid name. I don't remember the name of this new planet. It's something 7. Anyway, on this new planet, it's still the Jawas still live in sand crawlers that look identical to the one on Tatooine that we saw in episode 4. Thus, because their lifestyles are similar, you could infer that there is the source of all Jawas. There's going to be a Jawa mothership that's depositing these identical sand crawlers on different home planets throughout the galaxy. So you have this giant floating trash truck, right? A giant dump truck in space just having little like sand crawler spores everywhere, because there's no way that they would be culturally homogenous across different planets unless they had some source civilization.
That's how they're going to link Star Wars with the Guardians of the Galaxy trash people.
Yeah.
All into one.
It all comes back.
Those trash people are going to have to fight the Jawa trash people.
And the Jawa trash people will win.
Yes, in the mothership.
I'm just saying, there's no way to have a cultural homogeneous across different planets.
I mean, it makes sense. You drop your little Jawas off, you let them go crazy for a couple of years, and then you go pick them up and take all their
everything
things.
they gathered is now yours.
That's amazing. I love it.
And you give them a fresh set of eyeballs.
They didn't say that, and I know it wasn't just the writers being lazy about Jawa culture.
Yeah.
But it must be this way. And I have deduced it with the power of my mind.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
I'm looking forward to...
So you're going to watch Mandalorian now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You should watch it. Go sign up for your 1 week free of Disney Plus.
It's only 1 week?
Yeah.
Shoot.
But go sign up for your 1 week free and...
Just bang it all out? How many episodes?
There's only 2 episodes right now.
How many episodes are there going to be?
I don't know.
Okay.
10.
But they release them every Friday.
Okay.
So.
I'll wait until they're all done and then
and then sign up for another free week to watch WandaVision and Loki and
Oh yeah, you're gonna need that soon.
So
all the new Marvel shows that are coming out that are like $25 million
oh my
an
gosh,
episode.
guys, I'm so excited tomorrow. You know where I'm going?
Where are you going?
Star Wars Land.
Are you going to Star Wars Land?
I am going to Star Wars Land tomorrow.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Have you guys been to Star Wars Land?
Are you
No.
really, or are you just being stupid?
I've heard it
genuinely.
sounds amazing and looks amazing.
Yep.
But the activities are not.
I have never been able to go to Star Wars Land because I'm waiting
I'm
until
going to Star
January
Wars
14th to when I could ride an AT-AT.
I agree with that thought, but my thought was now might be one of the better times to go to Star Wars Land because everyone like you is waiting. So I don't think it will be very crowded right now. So I could go get my first taste in an uncrowded environment.
Are you getting your lightsaber?
No, unfortunately, I don't have an extra $200 to drop right now.
Well, I mean, what you could do is you could just go work with Jordan for a day, and then you could get your lightsaber.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do that before tomorrow morning.
That's funny.
Jenny did say if I wanted to get my lightsaber, I could either do that or have a new computer for Christmas. And I was like, well, I need a new computer, so sorry.
You're
Sorry,
going to pass
lightsaber.
on your lightsaber?
Yeah, someday.
What color is your lights? Are you going to get blue or red?
I honestly,
You
I
have to
don't
pick
know.
because it's not going to be both.
Well, what if it's green?
Why would you do green?
I'm not saying I'm gonna do green. I'm just like there's other colors.
Would you be a
besides blue and
hero
red.
or a villain?
What about purple? What if I want to be Mace Windu?
What if I want to be Mace Windu?
Like I don't know. And I need to go. I need to touch them. It needs to speak to me like a Harry Potter wand.
I need to put on the sorting hat. And
Yeah,
just like,
funny.
Which lightsaber is going to? I don't know which one I would pick. I'm curious.
Jenny said that someday we can both go make them and then hang them in an X above our bed.
Okay,
That's what Jenny said.
nice.
And now I've said it on the podcast, so it's eternal.
Now it has to happen.
Yeah.
I'll always remember.
I have spoken.
I will reference 63 forever.
Yeah.
So you're going to Star Wars Land.
Yep.
Are you gonna take your kids on the Millennium Falcon?
I don't know if they're tall enough, but if they are, I will take.
I don't know if a 1-year-old is tall.
But it doesn't move.
I will
It
take
just
I will take any of them that are tall enough but I could tell you for sure that I will go.
So if you go on the Millennium Falcon with its square radar dish,
Does that make you upset?
Who exactly is going to watch your two young boys?
Potentially my wife.
Oh, okay, she will wait patiently with your two young boys.
She did offer that because I said, Jennifer,
so I need this Millennium Falcon to happen. And
how
I'd love to
am I
going to
go on, the Star Wars ride?
You could probably ask a stranger to watch your
and then
two
she said,
young children.
I could watch them, and you could go on it. And I'm like, okay.
As long as we're
her sister is coming with us. So
oh, cool. Well, then she
might watch them while Jenny and I go on it.
You should probably dump them on her and just say, goodbye, have fun.
Yeah.
And then go on the
because that's really like all I care about doing tomorrow,
and just
everything else. I'm like, sure, whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, Cars Land, it's fine.
Like this is my one.
I'll go with you guys.
Josiah wants to do this. Whatever you guys want to do for the rest of the day.
Yeah, we're gonna go to all the other you guys stuff. We're gonna see every princess in the world.
Well, I have boys, so we don't do the princesses.
Oh, nice.
You guys do the Mr. Incredible.
We'll probably go to like Toontown and visit Mickey Mouse or something.
Nice.
I mean.
Because Disney Plus just dropped, so they're like watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and stuff. So they're like all juiced on Mickey Mouse right now.
Can I tell you guys a episode 9 spoiler that came out?
You probably will anyway, so sure.
Okay, so episode 9 spoiler.
Unconfirmed. So.
Well, why did it come out?
Episode 9 rumor.
Yeah,
it's a rumor.
Okay, so there's this rumor.
Yeah.
Where there was this screening of episode 9, and this is Bess. This is like. I don't know if I believe it, but there's like all these. There's like fighting. Lots of fighting.
They bring Luke back. They bring Luke back. They make a Luke clone, huh?
But no, Luke is just talking to Rey in her head.
Okay.
And so, again, it's all unconfirmed. Who knows? But they go to like have the final battle, and then Leia like super totes. Like calls all of her friends, and that's where we see the giant like malaise of spaceships from the trailer. We just see like the ocean of all the friendlies and everything, and then
she's dead.
No,
not in the movie.
Not in the movie. So she calls all of her friends. She's like, "We'll call our friends," and then they all come, and Lando shows up, and everybody, and like all the journey of friendship. And then the bad guys shoot the Millennium Falcon in the face, and Lando and Chewie explode in a ball of fire. And then like half or like 60% of the people in the screening literally like said naughty words, and then the word "this" movie. And then they got up and they were just like leaving, and the people at the doors were like, "No, wait, stay, it's almost over, like just stay till the end, you don't get your gift card if you don't stay." And they were like, "I don't even care, I'm out of this."
Wow.
Now apparently they've tested like 8 different endings, but one of them had that thing happen in it, and everybody in the room was just like, no,
you can't kill Chewie.
You just exploded the Millennium Falcon, and everybody else, like C-3PO, Chewie, like all of the rest of the legacy characters were in it. And then they just like exploded them. They're just like moveon.com. And everybody was just like, no, goodbye. Forget it. Just so again, big giant unconfirmed rumor, but like the hilarity just to hear.
Oh, that's so great. I hate that, but I also love that everyone got up.
Everybody knew.
I don't care about my gift card.
Yeah, no.
I can't buy anything at the Disney store that I want.
So hopefully it pulled so badly that won't be the ending that they go with. But just to see that like we the fans were like, don't stop it. This isn't what happens at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm really excited for you taking a trippity trip, and you know, after we have I hear the ride is similar to bumper cars, except instead of bumper cars, it's 25-meter AT-AT walkers that you just bump into each other.
No way.
That sounds great.
They're full size.
No, it's not.
They're actually 2 scale, 25-meter tall.
Okay, never mind.
AT.
How are you going to ride one?
You get in the 25-meter.
Yeah, but like you're afraid of being up high.
I go on roller coasters all the time.
Yeah, but this is like it's not. You'll be like alone in the world. You're not attached to anything.
I'm attached to an AT-AT. They're big and strong.
But you're up high.
Yeah, I know. But if the Incredible Hulk was holding me, then I would be okay with going up high because he has a strength level of 7 on the Marvel power tiers, which means that he could lift upwards of 100 tons. So, I mean, if an AT-AT...
That's such a dumb fact that you know. Like, and I'm sure it's right on, too. I'm sure it's perfect.
Let's see. Fact check.
Why are we even questioning this? Why are you wasting our collective time?
I'm not. You can keep going.
Jordan, which fact of this do you think Jordan's questioning? Whether or not Hulk is a
Josiah.
7 or
11.
No, a 7.
A 7?
He's a 7 on the chart only goes up to 7.
Oh, okay.
That's the max of the chart.
Oh, I thought I misheard you.
And it just a 7 on the strength scale just means in upwards of 100 tons.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So, like, Magneto's has a little asterisk next to his because he could lift 100 tons of stuff with his power,
Yeah.
but he doesn't lift
Correct. His
that
body
100
does not.
tons, whereas somebody like Galactus,
This is only saying
you're so dumb.
50.
I disagree with everything you just said.
Wait, which Hulk is that, though?
Regular Hulk.
You are
But
the
not that-
biggest dumb.
That's not the Red Hulk or planet-shaking Hulk. Upgraded Hulk.
I disagree with everything you just said.
Or regular Hulk, if he is in an enraged emotional state,
Oh, geez.
then he can do plus 100.
Thank you.
But he has to be in an enraged emotional state.
Well, that's true.
Regular old every day can only do 50 tons.
Yeah, Hulk, when he's...
Sounds like you were wrong.
Oh, my gosh. He's a 7 when he's fighting.
So wrong.
Hulk, when he's getting a masseuse... I just thought the one thing that Jordan brought up that would be absolutely divine that I'd love to hear from both of you is how to improve like Home Improvement, the classic television show.
Is that on Disney Plus?
No,
What,
but it was on ABC. Why isn't it on there? I'm going to look it up right
Was
now.
it ABC or Fox?
Either way, they own both.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
As long as it wasn't on like KCAL 5 or something like.
Home
It's on Hulu.
Improve. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, then that's fine.
All right. Well, it's on one of the Disney platforms.
You can watch it somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Sorry. So go.
so Thanksgiving is tomorrow.
Thanksgiving's around the corner.
Yep, it's tomorrow if you're listening to this on the day it airs. Or it's, yesterday. Whatever your fancy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or it's today. And,
Or happy Thanksgiving.
yeah. And sorry.
So-
we're sorry you're listening to this on your Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're thankful. So there's that.
Tell your cats we say hi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Low blow. So we wanted to come up with some fun ideas for you on how you could improve your Thanksgiving experience.
But,
Yes. What could you do to make it even better?
But by coming up with ideas, just that means right now.
Yeah, like do it live on the show.
Yeah, of course.
Like we're going to do ideas. So as you're listening to this on your Thanksgiving,
yeah.
you could hear these good ideas that we're about to tell you
And implement
that
them
we've all
post haste.
pre-thought of.
Yeah,
and
these are
made
next
sure
year's-
these are well fleshed out.
Next year's ideas.
And just start doing these ideas and have a gooder Thanksgiving.
yeah.
So I think we should start out by kind of let's do a rough draft of what a typical Thanksgiving day looks like. So we have like a bar set. So everybody shows up
One house.
at the same house at like noonish, and hangs out for a while. And there's like
Cheese.
people in the kitchen doing cooking.
Yeah.
And then there's a cheese platter and like some kind of video games going on.
Yep.
And then we eat a lot of food.
Or the football game or the Thanksgiving parade.
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
One of
there's
those.
so, depending on your house, there is definitely a football game on or not.
Yeah.
And then you do food, and then after that, you kind of like hang out and get real sleepy
And
because
then
you
do
just had a bunch
dessert.
of food.
Yeah.
And then you eat more food, and then everybody
Pie.
goes home.
Yep.
So what could we do? Because for me, a real weak point on Thanksgiving is after the meal. During that, like well, gosh, we all just ate. We've all been hanging out together for a few hours now. Like, I'm really sleepy. I just want to go home. Like, how do you keep that party going all night long? Is my
Twister.
question. Twister? It's not bad.
That's a terrible game after the giant meal you just had.
Maybe not the best after I just ate 5 pounds of meat.
What
I would like to submit a serious option. Jackbox. Jackbox Party Pack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jackbox.
that'd be a great one. Little.
Yep. But turn it on family friendly.
Yeah, turn it on family friendly because this is our podcast and we're legally obligated to say that on the podcast. Keep it PG, everybody. So Jackbox, Justin, what's your idea?
My idea that
How
would
to
make,
improve Thanksgiving?
I would like to make a Thanksgiving staple.
Mm-hmm.
Carne asada.
Oh yeah. Instead of turkey, tacos. So game.
Like turkey tacos?
No, just regular tacos instead of regular turkey.
Yeah, why do we I know
Why do we
yes.
torture ourselves and eat
Just-
the worst kind of meat?
Yeah, why do we say this is what we do traditionally?
Oh, I was going to say keep the turkey because I have a sandwich the next day. I was going to say take out the ham and just serve steak. Like just have carne asada.
But why not? Why instead of like that quote unquote traditional holiday meal,
Yeah.
just do tacos?
I would love for somebody's
That'd be the
Thanksgiving.
best. Can
I would
we do
love
that for Christmas?
Can we do that for Thanksgiving this year?
Well, most people do the
Well, to be fair, I think our wives have already planned out Thanksgiving this year.
yeah.
What
so
if
we would
I
have a hard time pushing it. But my push would be, why don't we do tacos for Christmas?
Well, a lot of people do. What is a
They do Chinese food for Christmas.
No.
A lot of people actually do that.
It's the Hispanic what are they?
Tamales.
Tamales.
Yeah.
What if we just did carne asada for Thanksgiving this year?
Carne asada fries.
What if I just say, no, we're not, and then everybody could be mad at me, but we have...
How are you actually going to accomplish that besides just saying no, we're not?
Can we deep fry the fries and do carne asada fries instead of deep
I
frying the
do have a
turkey?
giant deep fryer that I
Yeah.
deep fry a turkey with. So
But we could do
yes.
deep frying fries.
and then
instead
put
of-
carne asada and cheese.
Yes,
on
and sour cream.
and then put them in the oven and melt the cheese.
Yeah. So that's a great idea.
I
for the
love it,
food.
and I actually really am not joking about trying to do tacos for Christmas.
I think we obviously should.
Yeah.
I think we should try to push that.
Yeah.
And I need you guys to be genuinely either on board or not on
No,
board,
I'm-
so I could get a
I'm
beat on where you're at.
I'm totally on board for not doing traditional things. Because I'm like, why do we do it? Why do we do this? Why is it this? Yes, we do.
well, we do
all
it that
these-
way because it's always been done. That way.
Exactly. So I'm like, no, just go against the flow. And
Well,
do
there's
whatever you
certain
want.
things that I would say I do it that way because I like to do it that way,
Yes, of
even
course.
though it's also just the way we've always done it.
Yeah.
Like-
We meet at one house and not just Skype each other.
Like that, like our Christmas morning that we do here every year.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. I still, to this day, would not want to change that. I just enjoy that so much.
yeah.
But that traditional turkey meal, I could.
I could go without, but we still
could
make
go
the
without
turkey
that
for the next day because it's great on
Well, yeah,
sandwiches.
we need a cold turkey to put on turkey sandwiches with cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
But
But that day.
I don't
we
want to eat a slab of turkey
So what we
when
could
I
do
can have a taco.
is, on top of having steak, suggestion number 2,
Uh-huh.
as also another Mandalorian reference, we could, instead of playing, or in addition to the Jackbox video games, we could watch the Star Wars holiday special
Uh-huh.
that aired 50 years ago. No,
50 years ago.
no, it actually aired today. What was it? 40 years
I've
ago.
never seen it, but I've heard it's a very terrible.
Well, so
movie.
they actually reference it in Mandalorian.
Really?
They actually say
They make fun of it?
On Kashyyyk, Chewie's home planet, there's actually a holiday called Life Day, and one of the characters talks about being home in time for Life Day, and that was straight out of the holiday special. And George Lucas himself has gone out of his way to ban circulation of the holiday special. So everybody torrent the holiday special from your favorite torrenting service. and watch it with your family
We do not
amongst
endorse
friends.
torrenting.
Yeah, we're not endorsed.
Oh, sorry. What I meant was legally download from Disney Plus the Star Wars Holiday Special with
So,
Chewie. You know what Chewie's son's name is in the Holiday Special? Lumpy.
Flipper. I don't know.
Yeah. He has a son named Lumpy.
That's sad.
Yeah. And his Lumpy gets exploded with the Millennium Falcon in the episode 9 spoiler.
Really?
Yeah, they like you see his face in the window while the laser bolts are coming closer to him, like then it turns red and then they explode. And then little lumpy parts are floating around in space.
But back to Thanksgiving. Justin,
Go ahead.
All right, what's your good idea, Jordan?
Give us your good idea.
I feel like one little tradition I would change is I don't think we need the tiny pickles on the table anymore.
Who eats those?
Nobody.
I've never eaten a pickle in my life.
I've eaten them before, but I look around, I'm like, nobody. What is it? It's tiny pickles,
then olives.
and something else.
I don't know.
And then the tiny forks in there.
And why are those? Who is that for?
I don't know. I just
Does Dad like those? Is that why they've always been there?
The pickles go with the cranberry sauce
Oh yeah,
on the
Justin's
turkey.
old now. He likes pickles on things.
Pickles are great.
The pickles are for like when you have a turkey sandwich on brioche bread with a garlic aioli. What you do is you put the pickles and the cranberry sauce because they complement each other.
But nobody uses these. I'm okay with doing
I do.
sliced pickles and everything. You use the tiny pickles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, old.
We'll see. I'm going to be watching you.
Okay.
Justin's
watch
like 40 now.
Almost.
I am
what
the
other-
40. Is that what you would tweak, Jordan? That's how you would improve?
Yeah, that was his great improvement for Thanksgiving.
No,
Wow,
that's-
Jordan. That's really Tim Allen, more power Thanksgiving.
Yep. Remove the pickles from the table.
Yes. This is
I even like pickles.
this is Jordan.
I'm just trying to think of how to make it better. You guys already suggested changing the food. That's an easy one.
Okay. I suggested changing the entertainment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. That's another.
What if we didn't do that really awkward thing where we all go around the table and say what we're thankful for?
I think Josiah wins.
Or we did it, but we're just allowed to say like either our wives or our children or something like really obvious.
What
and
if
easy.
what if we all go around the table but we just say it in our head and then we move on to the next person?
Like I just like stare off into the distance for a second and then like nod to my right.
Next.
Like you just instead of say what you're thankful for, you think what you're
What
thankful for.
if instead of talking to each other, we just kind of sit and enjoy each other's silence?
Yes, Josiah.
What?
So I will do that if all three of the Josiahs sit quietly and we enjoy the silence all together.
If there's silence, we'll enjoy it.
Yes.
My children don't be quiet.
That's what Josiah. Can we just enjoy the silence?
Yeah, will there be silence? Yeah, I will.
No.
I would enjoy any hypothetical silence.
Yeah.
No, that never happens for me anymore.
So 16 years from now, when it's quiet in your house again, and Josiah's like, "Oh my gosh, what was that? I think it was the sound of my thoughts."
Oh my gosh. So we did my Josiah's Christmas list the other day.
You did.
We like asked him what he wanted for Christmas and stuff. And he like wrote his letter to Santa Claus and whatever. And his number one gift.
Big balls.
Guess what my son wants more than anything else for Christmas?
Snowboard.
Nope.
A bat.
Nope.
A dump truck.
Nope. Not even close. A Nintendo Switch.
How does he
Nintendo
know about
Switch.
Yep.
How does he know about us?
Well, he didn't call it by name, but he wanted the Mario game system. I want the Mario video games.
How does he? Has he played that?
We've played it literally every time we go to like Target or Best Buy or anything. We have to stop and play on the little like Switch, and we play.
But just get him one of them little mini Nintendos.
Which one?
I don't know. Just one of the mini Nintendos.
What do you mean the mini Nintendo?
He just wants Mario.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't show him a game from the 90s. He's not going to be interested in that. It's not
Kid-
colorful enough.
I was playing Luigi's Mansion the other day.
Yeah.
The second one?
The third one.
Oh.
Yeah, on the Switch.
Who has a Switch?
When I was in Washington.
Oh.
It was great.
I remember when I was at home with my Nintendo Switch.
So
Playing
if you
video
guys want to get Josiah his favorite gift ever,
besides getting Josiah a Switch, how would you improve Thanksgiving?
Shoot.
Oh my gosh. So I was on here's one final Disney Plus fun fact. The character of Gollum. Everybody watch The Black Cauldron on Disney Plus. Gollum's character is in that movie. It's the exact same character, cadence of speech and everything, but it's not called Gollum. Andy Serkis lifted his performance. He's a plagiarist. That thief.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Have tacos.